Allen completed 29 of 41 passes for 236 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 interceptions in Monday's 22-16 overtime loss to the New York Jets. He added 6 rushing attempts for 36 yards and fumbled twice, losing one of those fumbles. Allen had a would-be third fumble returned for a Jets touchdown in the second quarter, but it was erased on a questionable ruling of his forward progress having been stopped. He threw an interception 2 plays later, then bounced back with a 5-yard touchdown pass to Stephon Diggs on the next drive. The Bills appeared to have the game well in hand with a 10-point halftime lead, and Aaron Rodgers with an Achilles injury ruled out. But Allen led New York back in the game with a pair of second-half interceptions and a fourth-quarter fumble that led to a Jets go-ahead field goal with 1:46 remaining on the clock. To his credit, Allen managed to get the Bills in field goal range for a 50-yard game-time field goal in the last seconds of regulation, but the Jets won it on a punt return touchdown in overtime after Buffalo went 3 and out, had his first fumble counted. Allen would have set a new career high with 5 turnovers, but he tied his existing high as his one was not counted. On the bright side, Buffalo doesn't have to face the stout Jets defense again until week 11, and Allen should get back to his usual effectiveness as a dual threat dynamo in the week 11 home opener in the week 2 home opener against the Raiders. He should get back to being himself. We hope, you think, maybe. You can see from 2016 all the way till now, Dak has been somewhat consistent, well, pretty consistent. Matter of fact, he used to be praised for his consistency, and as you can see, his numbers are not that bad. Let's see, 2016, he completed 67% of his passes for 3,667 yards at an average of 8 yards per pass. And that was 2016, his rookie season. His sophomore season, his averages went up a little bit per pass. It was 6.8. Well, it went down a little bit, 6.8. Yards went down a little bit in the sophomore, sophomore slump, 3,324. Completion percentage went down a little bit, 62. It's only a 5% dip. Then in 2018, everything jumped back up. He had one of his best seasons. He completed 67.7% of his passes. He threw for 3,885 yards at 7.4 yards per catch. 2019, he had a 65% completion percentage with 4,902 yards at an average of 8.2 yards per catch per play. Almost a 5,000 yard season in 2019. 2020, that was the year that he got injured. He only played 5 games, but at the point at which he got injured, he was completing 68% of his passes. He had already had 1,800 yards passing at a average of 8.4 yards per play, right on his usual average. 2021, the year he came back from injury, he threw for 4,449 yards, almost, 4.5 thousand yards at an average of 7.5 yards per play. 68.8% completion rate. Let's see what else. 2022, he had a down year. He averaged 7.3 yards per play. He had 2,860 yards completion. He still had a 66.2 completion percentage in a down year. And so far in 2023, he's played one game so far. He's completed 13 of 24 passes for a 54.2% completion rate so far this season, with 143 yards, with an average of 6 yards per play. You can see his rookie year, 2016, he had 23 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Did really, really well. He was only sacked 25 times and had a QBR of 77.6. Like I said, he had a sophomore slump, which a lot of players have a sophomore slump. You know what I mean? He still had 22 touchdowns. He had 13 interceptions. He was sacked 32 times, and he had a QBR of 70. 2018, he had 22 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. He was sacked 56 times in 2018. He had a QBR of 55.2. 2019, he had 30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. He was sacked 23 times. He had a QBR of 71.9. That was a real good year. Let's see, 2020, that was the year he got injured. He still had 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He was sacked 10 times. He had a QBR of 73.1. That was the year that he got injured. 2021, he had 37 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. He was sacked 30 times, had a QBR of 60.5. 2022, last season, the year everybody loves to talk about, he had 23 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. He was sacked 20 times, and he had a QBR of 59.9. Now, y'all notice, everybody been talking about, oh, look at his interceptions and this and that. Listen, he only had 15 interceptions. That's only 2 more interceptions than his sophomore season. Y'all see what I'm saying? It's not as big a problem as they making it out to be. But as you see, they don't have the same smoke for the other guy. And that's cold hard facts for you people. The hate for Dak is real. The hate for the Cowboys is real. But we Cowboy Nation, DC4L, and we ain't gonna never stop. For real. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button for me, y'all.